Hello everyone and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 with your host, Ht1. Hello everyone, welcome back to the farm and another episode from me, Ht1, and on the farm, Farming Simulator 19. So, last episode, we seeded both fields, got them all nice and seeded. I have the seeders, I have the first stage fertilizing, and guess what? We're now ready to take and fertilize with the second one. However, I didn't have one. I don't have a seeder or a fertilizer, so I had to buy one. So it's sitting at the shop. We just got to go pick it up with the big boy here. So, all right. So let's get on our way, get that picked up. This is about the second week in January, so again, I will take and say Happy New Year for all of you that, um, have celebrated New Year's and everything. I probably have celebrated it, but I kind of celebrated a little in my own weird little way. But I mean, you won't know, and I ain't gonna tell. So, nah. So anyway, so we're gonna go pick up this fertilizer, and as you can tell, I don't have the map. A lot of you are probably like screaming at me like, turn your map on, you have no idea where you're going. Actually, I hate to tell you, I do. I my my mind is really fun. I like having my mind, because if I play on a map long enough, or if I play in an area long enough, I get to understanding and knowing where I am and where I need to go to get to places. Unlike a lot of content creators who, well, let me just say, I wonder how they even get around in the real world. I'm sorry. I said it. I mean, I really don't mean any offense to my fellow content creators, but damn, could you be more of a chicken? And I don't mean that in a haha funny kind of way. I mean, as the saying goes, if a chicken blinks, they're in a whole new world. Well, I hate to say it, but a lot of the times I wonder if that's how a lot of my fellow content creators. And you know what? I mean, hey, if you're offended by that, well, I'm offended that you're offended by it. Okay? So, we'll just leave it that way. Anyway, we're going to get this machinery back up. We're going to get it filled up. We're going to go over and get the fields spread out. And then we'll probably go do some mowing on the new hay field, so that way we can get that tasty little tidbit of stuff off of that field before it rolls forward, so that we can have it grow up again. Which is going to be fun, because that's probably going to take the rest of the episode to do, because it's such a big field and we have such a small mower. But I do like it, because I do like the mower. I really wish I could figure out how to set it up in such a way that as it mows and puts it in the row, that it also turns it into hay. If I could really truthfully figure out how to do that, I would be very happy with that. And you know what another thing is? I just going off of the mods and everything, I've seen the coming and going of a lot of mods between, well, the time that I started, which was the time that I started with Farming Sim, which was Farming Sim 13, and Farming Simulator 19. When I started with Farming Simulator 13, I mean, there was a huge selection of mods. There was a lot of mods. And there was also a mod that I could find every once in a while for 13 that was called, that's basically a swather. And if you guys don't know what a swather is, I'll just quick tell you what it is, and then you can look it up for the full description. So basically what a swather does, and I can actually show you a representation of a swather. Just, oop, hello. Okay, we'll walk between them. So this is what is called a swather. So basically what it is it's a reel and auger setup with a sickle bar. And if you don't know what a sickle bar is, go look it up. With a sickle bar. And as you drive forward, all of this runs. The reel here spins, that spins, and the sickle bar goes back and forth real quickly. And it basically, as you drive it into a hay field of any type, the sickle bar cuts the hay, the feeder here feeds it into the auger system then augers it to the center of the machine, and then the machine spits it out the back. Now this model is basically just a row cutter. So basically what this does is it cuts the hay, feeds it into the auger, which the auger centers it underneath the machine, and then it comes out the back, centered. Well, there are other swather models that right behind this set of reels, there's what is called a conditioner. And basically what it is it's two drums, probably about 3/4 the size of this, that are set up that they are got tension between them via cable system to keep them mashed together. And they do have ridges, kind of like what you see here on these, but they're actually indented. They're not out like this. They're actually indented in the drum, and they're offset. So like this set right here would be on the bottom, and this set right here would be on the top drum. They're not designed to clash together to try to go into each other. They're just merely there to take and create a ripple effect on the straw or hay or anything or whatever goes in there. And what that does, in reality, is it sets it so that it can so that it dries quicker. So in retrospects, the type of swather I'm talking about can cut, row, and dry pretty much at the same time. Even though what the conditioner actually does is by breaking the stem and the leaf a little bit, it causes it to be exposed more, and thus it dries in like less time than if you just had it this way. I mean, a grass field, if cut, like this, would take a month and a half to dry. And having the conditioner in the back and crushing that plant a little bit, thank you, shut up, and crushing that plant just a little bit, would make it dry in basically a week and a half at the most. So yeah, anyway, that's what I'm kind of looking for. I mean, I have that one, but I'd like to find, a John Deere or Heston or Massey Ferguson style one. I'd love to find one of those. All right. As a precursor to the one that I have. So, but I digress, I haven't been able to find one, and I don't know if there truthfully is one out there. Okay. Oh, that's the right one. Oh, I had it. Where was it? That the front one? Hopefully that's the front one. I don't even know where you close the cover on this one. Huh, whatever. Alright, let's switch to the back one now. Open it up. Refuel it. Oh, that's the one I refueled. Oh. Alright, well, let's back up a little. Huh. Oh. Gotta go back to the front one. That is very interesting. Whoa. What did we change? Peculiar. Well, if I can't get that front tank, I can't get that front tank to refuel. Well, let's do this. Let's drop the back one off. Just deal with the front one. Oh wait, the front one is full. Weird. Why is the back one not fueling up then? Or refilling? Or I wonder if what's happening, maybe I need to back to it. Or maybe turn around like this. Sorry for going quiet. I'm just really truthfully trying to figure out what's going on here. Oh, okay. I think I understand now. I was actually refueling at the wrong one. Refilling it at the wrong one. Sorry. So, alright. Let's go ahead. That took a little longer than what I thought was wanting it to do, but we'll go ahead. And I have no idea what I was saying. I have completely lost what I was going to say. What I was saying. So I do apologize for that. But anyway, we're just gonna make the best of it now. So I don't know how many times I've repeated this, but for the newcomers that's came in and they don't have a clue what's going on, so this map is called the Old Timer. No. The something streams. God dang it. I'll have to look at the map to see what it's called. The Old Streams Farm. That's what it is. It's called the Old Streams Farm. So backstory about this map. Back in 2015, I think is when it was introduced to the farming era. And this map basically it's this small type map that has a small town with just a couple of places to sell goods. It's got a little bit of logging on it. It's got a small sawmill and everything. So it's just basically a really small map, and it's very, very, very good for those of us that we like having just the right sized map for the right sized job. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Bigger maps probably are more entertaining, maybe, but for someone, whoops, wrong button. But for someone like me, where it's like, okay, I'm not really crazy about large maps. Whoop, the other way. Okay, stop, go. Okay, hold on. That's not changing color. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go do the, actually, you know what? We could actually just leave this right here, because, we're gonna go do that, because I just forgot about something. This has to go into the next stage of growth before we can fertilize. I thought we could fertilize right after that, but my mistake. I'm sorry. Okay, let's find our equipment. So we've got to have the hay bine. I think what we'll do is we'll just take one vehicle out at a time and then bring it back. I hate this no-clip wall right here. I don't have that no-clip mod, but I've noticed with some of these base farm things here, they have the no-clip, and it's kind of annoying. So right. So I forgot what I was talking about. I do apologize, people. It's very late while I'm recording this one, and sometimes if I don't keep my mind on whatever I'm talking about, I lose it. I lose what I was talking about, and then I try to go back to it, and I draw a blank. I really do apologize, but I do draw a blank sometimes. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, we all do it once in a while. Well, yes. But, I mean, I'm a content creator, and really, truthfully, when you draw a blank, that's sometimes not a good thing. Oh, but then in other times like this, I just don't drop it enough, and I finally remember what I was talking about. So I was talking about the map. So basically, in 2015 is when this map was introduced to the farming world, and according and showing you the map, a lot of the stuff that's on here is kind of close to the original. Like the streets, the little things right here, all the fields are kind of in the same place and everything. But I think the map was completely reworked for 2019. Now, being that said, I do remember at some point in time, I believe there was a port up from 2015 to 2017. Now, the only reason why I know that is because in 2017 I actually played on this map. I have a full series on, or well, not a full series, but I have a more or less a a series on my channel of the 2017 map. In 2015, I did kind of go on and off on it, but I only played it offline, off camera. I didn't play it on camera. But it was a really cool map. It was a really nice map then. It's a very nice map now, and everything. But what has changed between the 2015 map and the 2019 map, and I'm gonna say 2019 map because the 2017 map was basically a port forward. Is you see, after I get past this little tree, I'll stop. You see that little town up on the hill back over there? That town was not there. In fact, if I show you on the map, so that town is right here, and you can't even get to that town because that's not part of the accessible map, part of the map. It looks like maybe whoever's developing this may actually make it a little bigger, make those maybe accessible as like maybe sell points or something later. But they're not true. They're not, you can't get to them right now. Being that said, now this part up here is a complete add-on to the map. The original map was basically this. This was basically the map. There was nothing else around it. It was basically this darked out area, all of these darked out areas here, these areas around the outside were non-existent. It was just this map, and and probably the reason why this is this way is probably due to the fact that this is probably the smallest size map you can do now, base map now, unless you do a completely custom map somehow. But yeah, but this right here was basically your map, and you had basically these can't remember if it was 3 selling points or if it was just 2, because I can't remember the spinnery actually being there. I thought it was actually either win with the selling point here or the selling point down here. But as it shows right here, it's these. And then the animal one, the animal dealer, I don't even think the animal dealer was actually there. No, I don't think there was actually an animal dealer. No, there wasn't an animal dealer on them because they didn't have that ability until 2019. Or 2017. Excuse me, 2017. Yeah. Whenever this came in. So that was it basically. It's just this selling station and this granary down here was it. But now, I mean, whoever came in and they redid this entire, well, okay, they didn't redo the entire map, but they have changed a few elements of the map, like adding the spinnery right here between 18 and 19. That's very nice. Putting the shop down here. I think the shop was somewhere down here in 19. I think actually 19 and 18 was probably the center, was an actual town down in here, not spread out like this around the outside, around the river here. But the way that this person has went in and did this, it's very nice. And then adding this up here, I don't know what this is actually up here supposed to be. He says for the moment in his description that this would be a great place for like for trees and stuff. But to buy this area, you gotta be rich. So, but yeah, I mean, I really do like this map. I do hope that he keeps that whoever's taken over it or whoever's decided to update it, I hope he keeps it going and everything, because it is a very, 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 very well made map. Runs pretty good too. It runs very good too. You can't see up in the top left corner of the screen, but even for my computer running this map, I mean, it's running at 45 frames right now, and the worst it's dipped down to, and that was on a different playthrough when I finally started getting a lot of machinery and stuff in, is about 30, 35. 30's probably 30's probably rock bottom of what it was doing. But yeah, other than that, it's very, very, very good. Very, very well made. I do like this map. Now, saying that I like this map, now would I play, now this map, if you want to download it and play it with like friends and stuff, just be fair warned that the map is not really big enough to do like 16, you know, the full server co-op, because I mean 16 people on this tiny little map, it's gonna be pushing the map. Not necessarily in like frame wise, but more like space wise, because it is kind of technically kind of a small map. So just be leery of that. Just be leery that just be informed that you're going to be rubbing elbows with a lot of your friends on this one. Probably not going to be too much in the ballpark for farms, because of how small it is. Well, that was a completely wrecked turn. Oh well. Because of the tree and the tightness of the turn, that was probably the reason why it wasn't very good. Alrighty, well, so anyway, I will welcome the newcomers if there's any newcomers and stuff. So let's see, what else do we talk about for another couple minutes? What do we want to talk about? There's really, truthfully, hardly anything to talk about really right now. Well, other than the fact that I'll wish you guys a very happy new year. Again, I mean, I will probably after this episode, since it's like the second one after the new year, I'll quit wishing everybody a happy new year. Hopefully. So, yeah. Oh, I will actually, yeah, I'll take the time to talk about my PC and what it actually is and how come I keep saying that I really do apologize for the video and everything. Well, for starters, let me tell you, this computer is phenomenal. I love it to death. I mean, I do love it to death because, I mean, it's the first PC that I've had in a long time that will be able to record videos in as good as resolution as it does for the price that it was. So anyway, without further ado, let me tell you what it is. So my computer is a Lenovo. Don't ask me what model, I don't remember. I can't remember the model number right off the bat. But it's a Lenovo. It has the AMD A10 processor in it, and it has the Radeon R7 integrated graphics card with it. That has a gig of memory for it, on it, and everything. Now the memory itself, the actual memory itself, is it's 12 computing cores on it. It's got 12. Well, it's got a 12 gigs of RAM on it, and yeah, really, truthfully, that's about it. It's got all the stock stuff that you would find in a computer, and I am sorry to tell you that for as long as I've had this computer, I don't know all of the stuff that's in it. I just know a lot of the major stuff that's in it. It's got, I know it's got Wi-Fi in it. It's got an Ethernet cable connection on it. And all of those, I don't know what they are, what models they are, or anything like that. It does actually have a DVD player, surprisingly enough. Which, really, truthfully, in this day and age, I mean, it's kind of hard to fathom a PC with a DVD player on it anymore, because you basically stream movies and you download games and stream movies and TV shows. So what do you need a DVD player for? So, but it does have a DVD player in it, and yeah, and it's got six USB cables. It's got an audio 3.5 millimeter audio jack on it. It's got it actually has one of the old 3.5 microphone jacks on it. And then not to mention the fact that it has a SD multimedia reader on it. And what I mean by multimedia is the fact that it will read any type of SD card, whether it be regular SD, micro SD, micro mini SD. Of course, again, with the micro mini SD and the micro SD, I have to have an adapter, but it will still read them if I have the adapters to them. And then it also does the old scan disc style media. So it's and then what I paid for it was actually pretty nice. It was on sale and everything, and I got it for $399 plus taxes, which was $21 more. So it was actually $420. Actually I walked out the door with it with $421. Is basically what I had to pay for it because of the tax and stuff. But I mean, you tell me. I mean, it's been doing very well at recording and stuff. I mean, there's been some hiccups. Of course, and again, that's been because I hadn't actually found a whole lot of the settings and stuff that was making games and stuff freak out and wiggle out and everything. But I have, as you can see, I have had tried to get the settings and stuff to where it will record and not bounce. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode and my little thing about my computer and all the other stuff that I kind of forgot what we were talking about and everything. But that's what happens when you record very late at night and you're dog tired and stuff and everything. So anyway, so with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy the series. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the series. Yeah, I'll say it again. Hopefully you'll see my next video coming out because, with that thing of YouTube's that's supposedly hit after at the first. Yeah. So hopefully I can continue to make videos for y'all. So yeah. So anyway, I'm Hard Truck 1. This is Farming Simulator 19. And I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully. Laters.